Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to say thank you for all the support on my last video. It's pretty cool to even see one person watch and like it, let alone 50. So appreciate the support on that. And like I promised, I'm hoping to continue to pump out some more content. I wanted to talk today about why I quit my corporate job for real estate and for starting my own business. So I was at my previous job for 5 years. It was my first job straight out of college, and it was a really great opportunity with a solid salary for, a 22, 23-year-old kid just out of school. So I worked there for 5 years, and I had a lot of great times there, and it definitely paid the bills, and I met some really great people. But, there's a number of reasons why I wasn't completely satisfied there and why I decided to leave that for the unknown during a global pandemic. So the first reason of why I left my job is just opportunity. So when I first started out there, the world was my oyster and the possibilities were endless. I wanted to get into management or, move up pretty quickly, probably too quickly. And as time went on, I started to hit some roadblocks as far as not getting promotions. I didn't get a couple of jobs that I really wanted within the company, one of which was a development program that would have put me on a fast track to a director level position. So after I got shot down for those couple of jobs, I threw out one more Hail Mary and actually received a job offer for a more of a lateral move into a different department. Now this was a good move for me for a couple reasons. One, I wasn't on the phones all day anymore like I was previously in a contact center environment. It gave me an opportunity to work on a smaller team that was closer and tighter knit, and I thought that I could build off my experience there to get a different job within the company eventually. But as time went on, I realized that things weren't working out to where I wanted it to be, and the opportunities that were there in the beginning didn't seem to be there long term for me. So I'm sure if I had stuck with it, I could have continued to move up slowly, but it just wasn't the opportunity that I was looking for. The second reason why I went ahead and left my corporate job was the lack of freedom that I had on a day-to-day basis. So, it was a classic 9-to-5 gig, so I didn't have the opportunity to do things during the day that I maybe wanted to do or that I could do if I was self-employed. Now, of course, not everybody has the luxury to, go ahead and go to the gym in the middle of the day or run errands or, pop home for lunch. But, that's something that I'm looking for as I continue to move forward in my career and as I grow my family. I want to spend more time with them. So that lack of freedom really put a damper on my viewpoints on corporate America. Another lack of freedom was my lack of creativity in the job and the freedom to kind of do the things that I wanted to do. So it was a lot of data and like Salesforce entry and manipulation of those kind of things that I just really didn't enjoy all that much and didn't really have the freedom to put my own spin on it and to make smart business decisions when it came to those things. Number 3, the third reason why I left my corporate job was that it didn't fit into my long-term plans. I had always kind of wanted to get corporate experience, prove to myself that I could do it, and then go ahead and just quit cold turkey and start my own thing. And that's kind of what I did. I think it happened a little quicker than I had originally planned in college, but I knew I wanted to open up my own business. I just didn't know what that looked like. I knew I wanted to have employees. I just didn't know what that looked like. And real estate has kind of opened up the door for that for my dad and I to kind of start a team at Keller Williams and to really run our own business and work side by side. So that has been so exciting for me and was definitely a huge factor in me leaving my corporate job because it just didn't fit into my long-term goals, my long-term plans. I knew that I would never make the money that I could make on my own by, taking a salary. And, I've seen the headlines and, talking about, I think it's Kevin O'Leary says, a salary is a drug that companies give you to forget your dreams. And I didn't want to forget my dreams. That is why I left. Number 4, the fourth reason why I went ahead and left my corporate job is happiness. And I know that's such a cringy millennial thing to say, but it's true. I had very low job satisfaction. I wasn't passionate about the work that I was doing. I didn't really like the work I was doing, and it was affecting my ability to live my day-to-day life, especially during the pandemic. It was very hard to just work 9 to 5 at home. I felt like I had lost my drive. I felt like I had lost my dreams. I was having a hard time waking up in the morning. And I remember when I was in high school and I was kind of over high school and had senioritis really bad, I had a hard time waking up in the morning because I wasn't excited about what I was doing on the day-to-day. And the same thing started to happen at my, corporate job. I wasn't happy there, and so it was getting harder to motivate myself to do a good job, and that wasn't fair to my employer, and that wasn't fair to myself at all, because I never want to become complacent in the job that I'm doing. And number 5, this kind of goes along with the happiness portion. I wasn't passionate about the work that I was doing. Like I said, I'm not passionate about Excel. I'm not really passionate about Salesforce. I wasn't really passionate about insurance. And, I'm not one of those people that says that you have to do your passion for a living, but if you're going to spend a large part of your waking day and your waking lifetime, over 40, 45 years, it might as well be doing something that you love, especially in this day and age where we have so many different opportunities to do things that we might have a passion for and to turn that passion into something that pays our bills. I realized at that time that work should fit into your life. Your life shouldn't be work. And so as soon as I realized that, I knew that it was time to go out. And like I said earlier in the video, if I made half the money that I was making in corporate America, I would be much happier, because life is more than money. Life is more than work. Although those things are very important, they should not revolve around everything that you do. I think that your life and how you live it should revolve around work and how you can fit that into your life. So those are the 5 reasons that I went ahead and left my corporate job. Again, I have nothing bad to say about the company that I worked for. They treated us so well, especially even during this pandemic. They treated their employees very well, and that's something I'm super appreciative for. I'm thankful for all my managers that were at my previous company. I'm thankful for all my coworkers, and honestly, that's what made it so hard to leave. Not only was it a short paycheck, but I really, really loved the people that I worked with. But I came to realize that those people will always be around in Chattanooga, and maybe I'll make it up to Portland and meet some people at our home office in Portland. But my dreams and my ambitions were bigger than the company that I was working for, and it just didn't work anymore. And I'm thankful for the time that I had there, but I'm also thankful that I quit when I did. Seems so crazy to some people, but when you have the itch to start your own thing, when you have the itch to go ahead and pursue something else, you should go ahead and do it. I was very calculated in how I did it. My wife and I have been debt-free since we've been married. We don't have children right now, and we're able to live only on her salary while I build up my business and pursue, the things that I'm passionate about. So there's a lot of factors that work there. I encourage you, if you do have dreams, don't give up on them. It's never too late to go ahead and follow your dreams. Just make sure it's calculated and you don't quit a cold turkey without a plan or without a passion. So it took me, 2, 3, 4 years of researching and figuring out what the day-to-day life of a real estate agent looks like, and to learn the business. It took that long for me to go ahead and muster up the courage to quit my day job. So I encourage you guys to go after it. I don't think there's any better opportunity than 2020, honestly. As terrible as this year has been, there are only so many days that you can do a job that you're not passionate about. So go out, find the opportunity, make it happen. Whether that's shooting stuff with your camera, whether that's selling couches, whether that's selling real estate, whether that's podcasting, whatever you are passionate about, go ahead and make a living out of it. And I've met a lot of entrepreneurs that think really outside the box, and they work very hard to make their side hustle or their passion, their main source of income. So I appreciate it if you made it this far in the video. If you could, go ahead and drop me a like. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more content in the future related to things like this, like work and passion and entrepreneurship. If you went ahead and quit your job during 2020 or at any time in the past, or if you're watching this in the future, go ahead and drop a comment. Tell me what you're doing now. I would love to hear what you guys are passionate about and what your business ideas are. I think YouTube is a great community for not only creators but for entrepreneurs of all different kinds coming together and finding their own little community of encouragement there. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll go ahead and sign off now because I'll see you in the next video.